we always say fail fast, learn fast. I mean, you don't want to fail too much, too fast, but at the same time, it's okay to put yourself in an uncomfortable position where failure might materialize. And if you understand, the strengths and the weaknesses of you personally, and you understand the strengths and the weaknesses of your team, that can lead to as my grandmother would say, you have to take a piece of humble pie and eat it slowly. And really, sometimes I think you have to eat it slowly, but you have to eat it with purpose. And so that you're kind of taking that in. And you also find that if you have a mindset that I'm going to think about things and I'm going to take things in around me and I'm going to learn from the people around me and I'm going to do a little bit of self-development, with regard to, reading, listening to, informative podcasts, watching the news, but not watching the same news channel every time, so that you get both sides of the story. As an example, I think that that also has a space of building trust in each other and in the organization, which develops humility from a personal perspective. And I also fully believe that humility is a personal trait, but it's an organizational trait too. So that you don't just think that, hey, we got 10 people working on this, we've got to have all our bases covered. You probably don't have all your bases covered, even when you have 100 people working on something, or an Army Futures Command's perspective, 30,000 people working on something. You may miss something, and you want to make sure that you're inclusive with people that may be able to help you solve that particular problem, and not just write them off because you don't feel like that their input might be important to where you're trying to go. So thinking critically, taking advice in and giving good advice when you're prompted to is important as you develop humility. And then I really think that moral courage is an important part of humility development. Do I have the personal moral courage to realize again that I don't know it all, and that I'm willing to bring people in to help me solve a particular problem or challenge, or in some cases be a little bit of the devil's advocate, or a little bit of the red team, and look at it from a different perspective, which takes moral courage and takes humility.